Alexa, what's the weekend forecast?
Weather alert. There's an extreme cold warning in effect this weekend and will be cold with a high of minus 27 degrees Celsius and a low of minus 40 degrees.
Oh my God. Oh. Come on. Oh. Oh yeah, she's cold. Good boy. There you go. Go for a pee. Good boy. Huh? You limping? Yeah, it's cold out there, eh? It's cold, I know. Here comes your brother. Good morning, everyone. It is Saturday, February 13th. It's now 8 o'clock in the morning. I'm all loaded up, heading out winter camping. It is still minus 37 out there. Let's go. Well, I made it. Looks like I beat my buddy out here. I'm not sure what time he's gonna get here, but he's got a bit more of a drive than I did. This tent is a hexagon instead of a rectangle or square, so I needed a bit more side than my other spot could provide me. Oh, that fan. I guess it's just time to get going. I'm gonna set it up there and just see what happens, but I gotta get my jacket on. I can't seem to shovel fast enough to keep worm out here. So time to put the jacket on. Now, if I can get this down to half an hour to set the shell up and start filling it with the stove and everything, that'll be a huge time saver and open me up to more opportunity for quicker weekend trips, and then I can do more of this, right? It won't be such a chore or such a big job to set up base camp. So, all right, guys, it's minus 38 out here. My camera probably hates me right now, and I need to get a jacket on. So I'm going to take the camera back in, let it warm up for a bit, put my jacket on, and start setting the shell up. That's a lot better. I've had this beaver fur hat since I had my trap line 24 years ago. I rarely wear it because I didn't want to break it or damage it or wreck it because I like it so much. But pretty sure I'm getting a new one right away, so I think my mom's gonna make me a raccoon one to match my raccoon mitts. Now I got 3 of these gray poles to do. Oh, sorry about that. Oh, my camera is so cold. Guys, I'm gonna put my camera inside. My screen is freezing up, so I just got three gray poles to do, and then figure out the fly. So this is great. It's literally been, what? I don't know, I'll be able to tell with how much footage I've recorded, but like 15 minutes? This is amazing. Brr. Whew, that's cold. Oh, I'm so cold my mouth is frozen. It is still minus 38. My fan doesn't want to work anymore, so I either gotta beat it up a little bit to get the swirl cage moving again, or whatever, but it's still, it's warm in here. I'm so glad I didn't bring Boss. You know, I was pretty nervous about this weekend with just how unreliable my truck's been and with how cold it's gonna be this weekend, and it's gonna be minus 44 later tonight, tomorrow morning, so that's cold. And if anything were to go wrong and my truck couldn't start or something like that, you know, that's very dangerous for my boy. Okay. Whew. Might have to switch to my fur hat again. So, we are going to use our new tools. And see how we do. I've got one bit in each bag just in case I forget. I can judge. Okay, all the anchors are in. That worked very fast. Oh, that one came apart. Looks like it broke my strap. Better fix that. Anyways, here it is. I haven't straightened the canvas tent out or anything, but here's the tent. She's pretty well set up, the skeleton anyways. Now it's time to rig the inside. I got some extra 30-inch pipes there. Picked up a couple extra, just in case I need to make a heat shield for this thing. Oh boy. I guess I'll be putting propane that way. So we gotta go this way. I'm not sure how I'm going to do this. I have an idea. See, the problem is my stove pipe is back here, and this stove jack is very close to this. So I just want to make sure I'm, you know, far enough away. I bought some 90s as well, so I'm thinking I might, I don't know, I might put a little bit of a bend in it and then angle it out kind of out the way. We will see. Quite a bit out. Or I could do this. Sorry guys. Put this little kink in here and it should be alright. Let's go this way first. Whoops. Okay, that's no good. I have another one. And I know now not to do that again. Stuff we go through. That one wasn't fitting very good anyways. This one fits a lot better. Yeah, I'm happy with that. I'm very happy with that. Oh guys, everything is just frozen, freezing, or breaking. So, it is bloody cold out. I love it. Oh man, this is brutal. I love it. Whoa. Holy shoot, that's cold. Whew. Okay. You see this clip I put here on the tank all the time? That lets me know which one is the one that's a partial. So this is about 2/3 full. So it's not quite full, but it'll last today and tonight. There we go. We're on fire. It's going to be a bit different. Should be good. Yes, there's not even, so far right now, there's very little heat here, so that's great. I think I got the angle right. Perfect fit. I shouldn't be too close to the fire. Got my totes under here now. They're about 2 feet away, maybe just under. But I can always adjust the heat shield. This piece of one of my elbows broke. I'm gonna see if I can't. think that's perfect. Look at that. So I just kind of pinched it on the sides, creates like a secondary heat shield there in that one spot where the fabric is. But even still, the fabric is like 4 inches away. But now it's going to be real good. Now I'm very comfortable. It is quite, definitely a nice, easy, quick setup for one person or me and my dog. That's for sure. It's, oh boy. And it's nice and tall. I can stand straight up in here. So, very good. Well, it's cold out there. We got camp set up. Got the ice shack set up, the Eskimo Quick Fish 6. So it's 6 by 6 by 12. That's kind of the community space right now. I'm going to do my leak detection, and then I'm going to get the carbon monoxide detector up and running. We're just checking connections here and making sure there's no leaks, and making sure everything is sealed. It's warmed up quite a bit now. I had the tank and my regulator here and hose in the truck for the whole trip, so I didn't have a problem screwing it in. Everything was nice. Worked well. No leaks. Perfect. So with this tent, I mean, I've got a lot of roof open. I got a lot of screen. So it's gonna breathe pretty darn good. This was probably really rough on this tent. I mean, just look, it's brand new, and like just how cold it is, the tension. You can see this is one of the hooks that hook to the poles outside, and it's kind of ripping threads out already. So not very impressed with the quality, to be honest. The quality of this tent is not worth what I paid for it. But it is, I mean, pros and cons, right? I could set this up once I'm, more familiar with it. I could set this up in half an hour just to get the shell up pretty easily, I think. So, for what I sacrifice in quality, I guess I get in speed of setup. And okay, I think I got the rest of camp set up. Got my lantern hanging on a loop there. I got the lanterns out, another Pico lantern, pillow, radio, headlight, sleeping bag is set up, excess gear over there, and then of course the stove, carbon monoxide detector, leak detector. Got my kitchen set up, and my chair for later tonight when I have my wine in here, and the cooler back there. So I think we're good. This is a very comfortable, very fast setup for one person and their dog. That's my initial thought so far, is that this is not a family tent if you have this much stuff, right? So, alright, I'm going to go back to the ice shack, and I think it's break time. I think I'm all set up for tonight, and I'm ready to go. I've got my rice thawing here, so I'm going to have that with my salmon tonight. And I believe I am going to cook my salmon on my stove today instead of making a fire. It's so cold and windy outside that we do have leftover wood from last time, so we're going to cut up those two trees in smaller pieces tomorrow, and we're going to cook our steaks on an open fire tomorrow. But for tonight, I think I'll use my stove and just see how it goes. Why not? So, we'll see you in the ice shack, guys. Okay guys, I'm going to show you around here, show you camp. Anyways, that's Buddy's setup there. And here's the Hercules. That's my setup. Got my truck parked here, pretty close. And then we've got the ice shack right here. This is kind of community space. So, so much nicer. We've each got a heater. We're kind of each stationed on each end of the ice shack, and this is kind of where we just chill for the day. Grab the radio.
Nice.
Oh, that looks weird. Glare from the tent is making everything look like reddish brown. Oh. Everything black. Oh, I'm gonna get out of this stuff. And I'm gonna cook all my supper in here tonight. As terrible as that's probably gonna be, cooking salmon. Get some light on. Oh yeah. So I got a piece of salmon. I vacuum sealed it. I bought the big fillet and then portioned it up. Rice is thawed now. So with this rice, all I have to do is put it in some water and boil it up. And this I'm going to do on a pan. Whew. So let's get supper on the go. Got my spices. Pan here. Got my little spatula. And well, I really don't have to worry about this dripping. That's olive oil. Holy shamoly. I was gonna do this over the fire tonight, but it's just so cold. I don't really feel like cutting up just a little bit of wood to get a bed of coals, to set up my grill, to cook a piece of fish that's going to take 3 minutes, you know? It's just too cold. It's not realistic. I'm going to get my water started. Not even going to use the barbecue lighter. I'll use that. Comes with its own starter. I don't usually like doing it because I lose a bit of knuckle hair every time. Whew. Which I did again. You can see the singed hair there. I'm looking forward to this. I do not cook real food. I'm in my tent. Now this is not a canvas tent, so it's not going to permeate the material. Plus, this tent needs, next year it will need a complete coating of the tent conditioner on the inside and out, which will kill any smell that doesn't smell like, you know, chemical warfare. So this will be fine for tonight. If my gear smells, then it gets, you know, then it gets a bath, whatever. Oh, it's so cold. My sleeping mat lost all of its air. Oh, I had to add some more air to my thermarest. Sitting on the ground there, it definitely lost a lot. Well, this is definitely an experience. It is toasty warm in here. My stove is almost on high. You know, it's going to take me a while to figure everything out. But it's doing pretty good, you know. It's doing pretty good. It's pretty neat. This is a totally different experience. I don't know if you guys have been watching all my other videos, but you know, for this to be my new living space, it's just completely different from what I'm used to. Just completely different. Got my drone and all my camera equipment in here, and like you can see the spacing here between the stove, and you know, there's basically a nice wide center aisle to walk, and then there's just stuff all around the perimeter. It's very different from what I'm used to. This round shape, hexagon shape, is just different. It's definitely different, but it's working. It's definitely will be perfect for Boss and I have a bacon wrapped filet mignon for tomorrow. Nice 2 inches thick. Should be a good treat. Oh, my water's ready. I'm gonna throw my rice in there. Just needs to boil for a couple minutes. All right, my oil. Oh, looks like I'm melting the bottle, which I am. But the oil is good now. Oh wow, did I ever melt that? So that's enough anyways for me to use tonight. Well, we got our rice boiling, our salmon is in here with some roasted garlic and pepper seasoning, some olive oil on the bottom. I'm just waiting for the rice to finish its couple minutes of boiling, and then I'm going to leave it in the hot water while I cook the salmon. It smells great. The salmon smells great. It doesn't even smell fishy in here. We'll see what happens when I start cooking. This is so different for me, guys. Like, really, I do not cook food in my tents, ever. You know, I grew up north. I know how good of a nose bears have, and if I use this in the summer without spraying the tent conditioner on the inside to kind of get rid of the food smell, this is just completely counterintuitive to everything I know. But it's minus 40 outside, minus 50 with the wind tonight. It's going to be minus 50. So I got my stove on high, and it's very warm in here, very nice. Not to the point I'm sweating. It's very, very comfortable. A little warmer than my house would be at, but and plenty warm. Like, I'll be turning it down before I go to bed. It's that cold outside, and this tent is just built with so many draft opportunities where wind can just come in under the sides. It can come in through each of the 3 doors. So I'm losing a lot of heat, so I need to solve that problem. I'm probably going to put a whole Velcro strip around the whole bottom, and I'm going to put complete Velcro under each door so I can actually seal the doors. Not to mention winter, but for the winter draft. But what about the mosquitoes? Like, I want to use this in the summer. I want me and Boss to come out and be able to pick a dry patch of ground and set up camp for an overnighter in the summer. And even on a pouring rain, crappy day, I want to be able to come out here and set my stove up and take the chill off inside and just read a book for a whole day and then pack up in the morning and go home. So I'm not impressed with this tent. For it claiming to be an all-season tent, 4-season, all they did was took a summer tent, made for a place without mosquitoes, and put a stove jack in it. Sorry, but that's not worth $1,000 Canadian, which I paid for this. Whatever. That's how it goes. I mean, I love the tent. It is very big. It's a very big 1-person tent, or a 2-person tent. Me and my dog, we're going to have a lot of good times in this tent. It has a built-in stove jack. But I think for this price, I could have just bought a summer tent, put my own stove jack in it, and been just as good. This literally feels like a summer tent that somebody put a stove jack in. And a summer tent for places that don't have mosquitoes. Why is my door open at the bottom? Why is there no complete zipper to seal the door? What is that? There. So here we go. Our salmon's starting to cook on the edges here. Ooh. This is the first time I'm using this pan too, by the way. I bought it 2 years ago. And it was just the right size, and me and my buddy that I'm out with this weekend, we're doing our summer fishing trip at Bissett. And I bought this to do, you know, some fish fry. We ended up doing a pot of oil and just deep frying everything, but I'm glad I have this pan. Oh, piece of salmon and rice. That's gonna be good. This is so unlike me. I actually feel like I'm doing something wrong. Like I'm breaking the law. Cooking in a tent. Silly. Next time I'd put the floor in, that would help with the base draft. It's ridiculous the doors are open at the bottom. That's ridiculous. A couple little pieces of Velcro spread over a 3.5 foot thing with one piece of Velcro in the middle. What are you doing? Alright, let's give her a flip here. There we go. Salt and pepper. There we go. We weren't supposed to have wind this weekend. It's windy. I wasn't even going to put my guy lines out, but I figured, you know what? I want to set the whole thing up. I want to see what it's like. And thank gosh I did. Now I can smell the salmon. Now it smells fishy in here, so we'll see what happens. Let's see. Oh, look at that. Holy shoot. Just see that? See how much rice came out of there? Looks amazing. I'm going to do some salt and pepper. Whoa. And some red garlic and pepper. Roasted garlic and pepper, sorry. And then my salmon fillet on top. Off here. Ooh, these are cold. There we go. Alright. Well guys, this is my first real meal I've ever cooked in this tent. Let's see how it is. That rice is pretty good. Real food. Look at that, guys. Oh, look at that. That is so good. I'm going to finish this up and get back with you later. Well, guys, I hit 21 on my carbon monoxide detector. So I don't know where that came from. It's not a leak. I did the leak detector again. There's no leaking, so that's crazy. I think that's definitely going to slow the draft, but it doesn't cure it. Man, I'm critical of my tents. The only one that I absolutely love. Great quality. Perfect organization, perfect setup, perfect window placement, perfect storm front door, perfect everything is my Davis tent from, I believe, Montana. But 4 or 5 hour setup time. I guess that's probably about, I don't know, hour and a half, 2 hours to set up the shell compared to 25 minutes, half an hour. I have to modify this thing to make it do what I want. Guys, this is great. February 13th, Saturday. It is, what time is it? 5:30 p.m. The sun's going down. It's minus 40 outside. It's going to get to minus 40, but with the wind picking up, it's going to feel like minus 52. Yeah, look at this. Tonight, minus 52. 39, minus 39 degrees feel like minus 52. So, that's what we're in for tonight. That's why I have a second tank in here. So it's climatized. I can just switch tanks and keep the heat rolling.
Oh, yeah. Well, I'm toasty.
Yeah, it's pretty warm in here. Oh, man. Oh, there we go. Oh, guys, it is cold in here. Like, it's warm, but it's cold. I gotta do a lot of modifications to this tent for it to, you know, fit the bill. Ooh. I'm gonna listen to an audiobook tonight. I'm gonna have a cup of soup. And, yeah, that's pretty well it. And then it's gonna be bedtime. Oh. Morning, everyone. Oh, man. That was a rough night. I got drafts in here like crazy because all the doors are open and they don't seal. I'm gonna have to take care of that tonight. That really was a rough night. I slept good until about 3, and then from 3 to 5 I just kind of shivered. And then at 5 o'clock I got up and I switched the propane tank. Nescafe, mocha. Well, guys, it's just about 10 o'clock in the morning, Sunday, Valentine's Day, February 14th. Working on my second cup of coffee here, thinking about making my scrambled eggs. It's pretty unlike my buddy not to be up by now, so I shot him a couple texts and nothing yet. So I'm gonna go just check, and if maybe he just had a really bad sleep and he's catching up on it right now, or if there's a problem. So I'm gonna go check, then I'm gonna come back, and hopefully I'm gonna come back and make breakfast. Hey, buddy's alive. He was just having a good sleep, so now that I've disturbed that, I feel my mission is successful. Let's get to making some breakfast. Oh boy, it's chilly out there. Alright, so the plan is eggs and an eat more bar. Scrambled eggs and an eat more. Just throw some butter in there. Oh, that might be a bit much. doesn't need to be very hot. My water in here froze. You can see the big chunk of ice in there. It smells like butter, but very greasy. There. That's 5 eggs, I believe I did. I want some salt and pepper. Yeah. Salt, pepper, coffee, eggs. Perfect. Mmm. This is definitely one of those things that I'll bring every time. This is so worth it. Real food. Quick and easy. Filling. Good for you. Okay, I'm going to finish up my breakfast and then we'll probably head outside and go into the ice shack and have another coffee. Okay, breakfast is done, and before I get going outside, I'm going to switch my tanks back. So I started this one at 5 o'clock this morning. That was my full one I had in here. The other one was only a partial. It was about 2/3. So it still has a bit left in it. So during the day here, where I just need to kind of keep it, you know, keep the frost out, keep the chill out, keep some stuff thawed, I'm going to switch it back. Knowing that I've ran this for about 5 hours, I know I have about 19 hours left on high. So, you know, that'll get me through for sure tonight. So, hopefully this one on low, my one that's more depleted, hopefully it can last for most of the day. And then I'll, you know, I only need 8 hours, 9 hours throughout the night. So, I'm hoping I can get away with both of these and not have to use my third one, but we'll see what happens. I'll know later today if I have to move my third one in to start getting it warmed up. But let's switch them over. There we go. I still gotta wait till this is ready. It's just about ready. Check the lines, then I'm out of here. I got to do a lot of work on this tent today. I got to cover the edges with snow somehow. The edges are so high off the ground. I mean, I'm going to have to put a lot of snow around this thing. And then I got to figure something out for the doors, which are even higher off the ground. Like, they're probably 8 inches off the ground. So I don't know what to do, but I'll figure something out. This one has a door, and it's covered now. That's actually where my bed is. And then this is sealed, so no draft can get underneath. This is where the stove is. So it's sealed above the door edge too. And then all underneath is sealed. The only thing I can't seal is the main door. So I'll just put my ski pants across on the inside and hope that makes a big difference for tonight. Should be good. Let's go inside where it's warm. That should be good for a fire. Whew. Well, my truck did not want to start, but it did, just barely though. I have dual batteries in here, so I think that's the only thing that kept it going. I have a booster pack in the tent with me just in case, but tomorrow morning is going to be even colder, so we'll see what happens. Buddy's vehicle struggled a little bit to start too, but got it going. I'm putting a fire pit right at the front of the truck there. You saw me just dig. That's right down to the gravel. We're only going to cut up a couple partial logs here just to get enough wood to cook steak and potatoes. So, oh man, why do we do this to ourselves? It's time to get a fire going so we can cook the steak. So I've had the chainsaw inside in the truck warming up, and yeah, I'm just gonna cut up a bunch of wood, small pieces, pile it up, and get her started, and then I'll go inside the tent and prep my food. I gotta cut up a potato, butter, spices, tin foil, and maybe set up my grill. And by the time I'm done all the prep work, I should be getting pretty close to being able to put it on the fire. As you can see, this chain is extremely dull, and I don't really feel like sharpening it or changing it. So we're gonna say that's good. As far as, you know, being able to cook and eat real food out here, it's certainly a challenge compared to just boiling some water and throwing it in a bag. But whatever, we're making it work. Just about not a big enough knife, eh? Spread some butter on the bottom. What should I do? I think I'll do Italian. Big hole. And then I'm going to put my potato in. More butter on top. There we go. Voila, potato. Alright, so bacon wrapped filet mignon, a Italian seasoned potato. I'll have a glass of wine with this tonight. I'll be eating in here, cooking out there, so there we go. Fire started. Maybe get that. If you want to move the grill, go ahead. I just have to move it away.
That works. That's good.
Oh.
You want to get
Nope.
in there?
Nope. Nope. What's back there is perfect. Oh. Okay, guys. We're done. See what we got here. It's all good, man. Got nice filet mignon, bacon wrapped, and some potatoes. Let's see. Oh, my hands are frozen. let's see where we're at. Oh yeah. Oh, ow, hot. Oh. There we go. There you go, guys. Sliced potato with Italian seasoning and a filet mignon. Let's see how the steak's done. That was pretty challenging, to be honest. Wood was a bit wet, so it was pretty tough to get it done right, I think. Yeah.
What's that?
Yeah, it's a bit overdone.
Mine went from sort of done to what I'm sure is going to be overdone pretty quickly.
Still perfect. Nice pink in the middle. A little overdone, but you know what? Not too overdone that it's going to be a chewy piece of leather. So.
Oh, look at that! Oh, look at that!
Oh my gosh, good. Oh, nice, buddy. That looks good.
You want some salt?
No thanks. Dang it! My heater's going out again. Yep, there it went. Oh, I'm finishing my food because it's hot. It's steaming so much I can't see what I'm picking at. Who says you can't have 3-star dining out camping?
Yeah!
That's a win. I call that a win at -40. Well guys, I just got back inside. It's it's only 6:15, but my first propane tank was empty, so it burnt out at some point. It's freaking cold in here. You can see my breath. Fan's off. It's not spinning, so it's been cold in here for a while. Where's my water? Oh, water is icing up for sure. You can see the ice in there. But got the other tank plugged in, warming up. Oh, so it should warm up in here pretty quick. I'm going to get my boots off, put them by the door, put my ski pants in front of the seal there, and see what tonight brings. Should be a better night tonight with the snow all the way around, sealing up the draft. But I got a lot of frost in here right now, so... Oh, and it's cold. Very cold. So we are clear across the board, no leaks. As it warms up, I'll be able to screw the connection to the tank in a bit more. But as it stands, there's no leaks, so I think I show this every time, but it's extremely reactive. So I'm going to show you again. Wait till I can see the... There we go, 000s. There we go. There's barely anything coming from here, but you can see it's already at 1,000. So if there's a leak, I mean, this is just a tiny little barbecue lighter, and I'm holding it down so you can tell that it triggers quick. Okay, so you see how it's going down? Now I gotta turn it a bit because this side is a solid wall, so I need to get to where the holes are. So if I point it to the holes, you can see instantly it triggers really quick. So as it stands, it seems like this tent is way better if you put snow across the whole bottom, which, you know what, I should have known better. The condensation or frost inside is still concerning. It's going to get to -40 tonight, so it's going to be another cold one, and we'll see how that goes. But yeah, I think there's a place in my kit for this tent. I think there's a series of adventures I can do in here and make it worthwhile. But I still do have to modify all of the doors so they seal. And I think I'm going to sew the floor right into it. I mean, I can't see myself ever using this without a floor. Oh, guys. It's very comfortable in here tonight. It's still pretty breezy out there, but with that snow it made a world of difference. I should have known better, but I thought the canvas actually would stop the air from coming in here, but it does not. Obviously not. It breathes, right? So that was my mistake. It's a lot nicer in here tonight. It's still going to drop in temperature. I think we got another 6 or 7 degrees to go. But it's pretty cozy in here. And it's like a cross between not quite Taj Mahal canvas tent camping and not quite sleeping on the ground outside under a tarp camping. It's kind of in between, so it's pretty nice. Pretty comfortable. There's a lot of people going after this tent. I've been chatting with a lot of people that are interested in this, and I've been trying to give them as much information as possible this weekend about, you know, what to expect. A lot of people commented back to me saying that they didn't realize the doors weren't sealed at the bottom, and they didn't realize you couldn't close all the vents on the top, and so there's a lot of people that, you know, understood this tent the way I did, and that it was a 4-season tent, but really I think it was a 3-season tent with them deciding to throw a stove jack in and calling it a 4-season. So I need to modify it, but I'm willing to do so. I'm this deep into it. So I'm willing to sew the bottom in completely, permanently, sew the bottom on, and fix the doors somehow, whether it's Velcro or I get a seamstress to put a zipper in, something like that. Oh, by the way, tomorrow morning for teardown, it's going to be minus 44. So our trucks didn't really want to start. Our vehicles, my truck and his SUV, really didn't want to start at minus 25, so we'll see what happens at minus 44. Well, guys, it's time for the final leak detection test before bed. It's 7:45, so it's pretty early night, but today was pretty taxing, and last night was a pretty rough night, so yeah, I'm going to say goodnight now, and we will see you guys in the morning. Good morning, everyone. It's 7:30, Monday morning. Oh, well, that was a much better night. Check the CO detector, zeros across the board again, so no issue there. So this morning we're just going to have a couple cups of coffee, kind of wake up a bit, and I'll start tinkering in here and collecting a bunch of stuff and packing it up. And there we go. Well, that was a pretty fun trip. Definitely a learning experience when it comes to this tent. Anyways. Well guys, it's 9:45, Monday morning. We're we're just packed up here, getting ready to go. Here's the footprint from my tent. You see, I made quite the hole in the ground where the stove was. This is why I put a canvas tarp and then a rubber tarp over top of it, because that is water. So we're just having a beer here, and then we're going to be taking off, going home and hang everything up to dry. The nightmare. Alright guys, thanks for watching. See you next time.